Do you like monsters?
Do you like Dungeons and Dragons?
Do you like monsters and dungeons and dragons?
Then do we have a show for you.
Kill Every Monster is a bi-weekly DM deep dive into every monster in the manual. The first part is a discussion about creature mechanics and lore, and the second half is a one-shot AP where the guest takes on the role of the monster.
Each episode of Kill Every Monster is a contained story, so you never have to worry about being caught up or listening out of order. Pick any monster you like and jump right in.
For a Dryad episode, Emily Booza talked about how these tree ladies are really just grown-up fairies.
Like that concept of there are fairies that are specifically assigned to a flower, like stuck in my head as a kid, and I really remember really loving those. And I feel like the Dryad can be kind of, again, it's a grown-up fairy. It's the grown-up version of that concept of just, you're too big for just a flower. You need a whole tree.
I like this accidental idea of almost the hermit crab dryad mentality of like, well, I was born, I had a dandelion, and then all the wisps flew away and I had to move. So I lived in a rose bush for a while, and then there was an apple tree growing nearby, and that was really nice.
I love that.
I want a children's book of that concept. I want a children's book of that concept now, please. Universe.
To find out more about the show and where you can listen, head on over to killeverymonster.com.
And we'll see you next time
for Kill Every Monster. My name is Aram. My pronouns are he, him, and welcome to Godsfall.
My name is Michael. My pronouns are he, him. I play Xion Praeten, the newly arisen god of force.
My name is Doug, and my pronouns are he and him, and I play Dorro Knott, the newly arisen god of travel.
My name is Joe. My pronouns are he, him, and I play Lord Haldir Loran, the newly arisen god of war.
My name is Kelly. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Rina Falaval, the arisen god of luck.
When we last left our heroes, they had separated upon entering Hoggsfeet. Dorro sought entertainment, Rina found Automil, Lord Haldir Loran stumbled across the gauntlets of Valhina, and Xion and Para went off in search of his family. Everyone was about to get a little bit more than they had bargained for.
Probably on a certain level, she doesn't fully believe what he's saying. So it's just she's like, in her mind, she's kind of like, he's locked in his ways and like he thinks this, but I have to, like, in her mind, she's like, I have to show him that it can't, like, it can be not that way. And because like she knows, I think Rina knows, like in her personal self, like she knows that that's like because they've always had that vision of like that happening, he's so set in it, even though like he might see that like that's his thing, like, but she's seen so much that she's like, you don't even know.
Well, she's changed reality before.
Right. Yeah. Like it's like knowing that she knows luck and knowing that that's like her way of being, she's like,
right.
And seeing what we've like already changed,
right?
It's like she's kind of just like,
you can't tell me
right.
There's not a there's not a chance.
Another way.
I am a chance.
Yeah, I am the chance. You know,
yeah.
And that's like obviously why he kind of pinned it on me as well.
Okay, so while you all are sitting there, and there's this moment where you're thinking, and Automil's just kind of playing with his tea a bit. Up walks Haldir. So you walk into this clearing. There was an archery contest going on. You don't give a damn. And around you are a couple cafes that may have been quaint at some point, but you don't give a damn. And then you see Rina, and she's sitting there, and she's kind of like, just like, head's kind of like tilted a little bit to the side, a little bit out of it. And then across from her is another elf, obviously also, one of these wood elves, right? And just, and stirring tea and staring very intently at her.
I don't care what that's about. So
Rina from her subconscious, bitch.
I walk up. I walk up to the table, and I look over at Rina. It's silent. No one's talking. I say, Rina, we need to go.
I would like you to roll perception.
Okay, I was like, do I hear? Oof! Here we go. 10.
Okay, you hear a voice.
Rina, we need to go.
And it's like in the back of your head, it's bouncing around a little bit. It's echoing a bit. You feel a little dizzy for a second, nauseous, but you hear him.
And I like look over. Can I see him like standing there? Is he?
No, he's not there.
Right.
So if you were to look over, there's no one there.
And I look over and I look over and I like look up and I said, I look at Aram and I said, did you hear that?
Aram nods. We have a guest. He looks up. May we help you?
Is it still burning or is it just like he's in the burning?
So like everything's on fire,
Yeah.
but Lord Haldir is still not in it. Autumnale's just talking to an open space.
Okay.
Is she actually reacting in the real world then? So when she speaks to Autumnale, she's speaking out.
You can hear her, yes.
I can hear her say, so she says, what is that?
Yep.
So you're clearly visibly confused.
Yep.
Can I tell that there's like some sort of magic going on? That there's...
Oh,
something
yeah.
happening? Can I roll perception for
Roll
that?
Arcana. Wow, we haven't done that in a while.
17.
Yeah, okay. You know what? You notice on just the edge of her cup, there's just this little shiny blue reflection on top of the tea, and you're like, okay, you've seen that before. You know that they use this. You know it comes from the roots of the ironwood trees, and you've seen this type of dirt magic from these wood elves before. You're aware of this.
I think I can use Dispel Magic, right?
Yes, you can.
So that's what I'd like to do.
Yes,
Wow,
you
interesting.
absolutely
Wow,
can.
this is like wild.
Would you
It's
read?
also like regular real D&D.
yeah. I want to use.
Are you sure you don't want to use like your god powers or
Yeah,
something?
sure.
Just, like,
Just a
force
regular
it?
one, yeah.
I'm so flustered by this. Can you read the description of Dispel Magic, please?
So choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends.
How would you like to dismiss this magic?
I look at Autumnale right in the eyes, and then without breaking eye contact, I lift my hand up and wave it. And almost a dismissive gesture.
As Lord Haldir does that, you hear like a crack, just like the slightest crack, and you see like as if everything had a sheen of this blue silvery mud over it, and it just cracks and is all just feathers away into dust and nothingness, and underneath it is reality. So underneath all this fire and screaming and terror, it just shines away and is gone, and boom, you're just back in reality. There's no hard transition. There's just like a soft little out. Yeah, exactly.
And like Rina kind of blinks and like looks up and then looks over and like sees Haldir, and then it's just like, and she kind of like does that thing where she like kind of moves back and like moves in and moves toward Aram, like just kind of like, even though the table's there, she just like moves in, and like does she know what languages he speaks or no?
I don't think you know what
Okay,
language
like I know
is.
he knows Elven, like because he's
Hell yeah.
knows that, but I know like Aram knows different languages. So
Sure.
in Dwarven, just to try and see if I can like get him to not know, I'm just gonna be like, I kind of whisper it under my breath too, and I just kind of go, not to be trusted. Like
Not to be trusted.
Yeah.
Autumnale nods. Do you speak Dwarven, Lord Haldir?
I speak Common, Deep Speech, Draconic, and Elvish.
Okay. You don't
Yes.
bother to speak the rock languages, so
why
yes.
would I? Why would I need to?
Petty people.
How many
Steal my armoire! What more do I need to say?
But I just kind of try to whisper that passively, and like
Autumnale nods.
and I like look over at Haldir and I go, and what can I do for you?
Queen Cyrena wants us to meet back at the inn.
Autumnale's eyebrow goes up. The queen is here.
Yeah.
And he stands up and brushes himself off. Well, I suspect we should go.
And so then I turn, because I don't like Haldir, but I'm going to keep up my good graces. So I like look at like Haldir, kind of give the look of just like, still don't trust you, bitch. We both know that we don't trust each other. Like kind of thing. Look over at Aram, and I don't know how much I want to give away of this. Like, so I'm just gonna, we're giving no god activity kind of thing like that. But I'm just going to be like, Haldir, meet my cousin.
Autumnale, Leodon, from the Ironwood.
I look at him and I just go, and turn and leave.
You see Automeal's eyes kind of shine for a moment, just kind of roll over shine, and he puts a hand on your shoulder. Another one.
Another one. An unfortunate other one. This is all still in Dwarven.
Sure, of course, yeah. Right. And he just come, all right, and they all begin, the three of you begin walking off. Hold for 1 second. What are you doing, Dorro? What have you been up to?
I would have split from him
Right.
and then done the road thing to find her, which in theory would mean I would find her before he would.
Right, I see what you're saying, yeah.
But, so now I'm going to have to play this off as I got distracted again.
Okay, perfect. That's not hard to believe.
I mean,
You're like,
you know
round
what?
2 of this punch.
Loose thread. Go, put me
Yeah.
wherever. I suddenly was like, wait, what? What was I doing?
Who would you like to find?
I was going to go find them.
Okay. Well, let's say that you got a little distracted and there was like some pig racing and some more food.
Or you could say,
and
like, you heard, like, thieves can't. You were like, oh,
Right,
interesting.
yeah.
You want to go and try and fence the bracelet.
yeah, you.
Oh,
that's good.
That's the bracelet.
That's good.
DM Kelly. All right. I like it.
Yeah. Do you want to fence the bracelet?
Sure.
All right.
Or I was finding them, and then I'm like, wait, isn't that a fence?
Yeah.
I am a little heavy.
Yeah. Well, there's like, I mean, it's like there's like
You think about you putting the hand in and you're like, and then you're like, I should get rid of that other one before I get another one.
Yeah, right.
there's not a big sign saying "fence, sell your wares," but
No, but
yeah.
if it's thieves can't, they probably have like
Yeah.
symbols outside
Totally.
door wells and stuff.
Totally.
I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. I would like you to roll a perception
Can you read?
or investigation.
So 10.
Okay, so you kind of look around for a while, and then you find one. The symbols are drawn a little large, like it's like large symbols, So it's like undercover, but like it's like not quite as undercover as it could be, and it's like kind of bright and airy, and looks nice inside. There's some hardwood cedar counters, and
Wow.
yeah.
What did you find? The jeweler store? Like,
Yeah, I don't want to steal from the place. I want to sell stolen stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I look around to see if there's like a shopkeep or
Yeah. There's a
employee.
There is.
May I speak to your
another
manager,
halfling.
please?
You walk in, and turning around is another halfling. Why, hello.
Hi.
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 Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's great. How are you?
I'm really good.
Well, it's good to see another halfling here.
Yeah. It's weird, huh?
No, it's not weird. It's kind of weird. There's not that many of us here, but there's a good amount of us here. We travel through a lot.
We do travel through a lot.
Yeah.
I like to travel.
I like to travel too. I don't get enough of it done. I really have to stay here a lot. Man, mind the shop and all, but it's good to see you here.
It's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Anyway, bye. Oh, wait.
How can I help you?
Actually, and I just pull it out. I stole this and I need to sell it.
I just, like very quickly, like a hand kind of goes over and like looks kind of back towards the alley. And it's like, yeah, you stole it. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's real funny. Yeah. What? Wow. Oh, wow. And like then sees the royal symbol of
Ryzon or whatever.
Of Ryzon is like, oh,
Or is it Ryland? I'm sorry.
Ryland, sorry. Yes. Sees the royal symbol of Ryland right on the back of it and closes. Well, we can't buy this, obviously, because this is a family heirloom that you've kept, and we couldn't possibly sell that here because what a shame that would be.
Right now, Aram is pantomiming the correct answers as he's saying the wrong ones aloud. But Dorro is pantomiming the opposite back, like, no, I definitely did steal that, and I definitely want to sell it to you.
It's like as the conversation is not going anywhere and he's getting nervous that you're not leaving, he's like, how about 50 gold?
Sure, why not?
Oh, okay, great. Here.
I take the 50 gold. Or, well, I take the bag of something.
Yeah, because he keeps all of his gold in little pouches that he just hands over. Yes,
just
exactly.
50 pouches. He's got them on the counter.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
take one and, all right, put that away.
Okay, that's great. Did you need anything else, friend? That I'm so happy to see. That I can't wait till you come back again.
Sure. Guards, No.
You look at the door and you're like,
And as they cart him away, I'll be like, don't worry, I'll take care of your things.
I believe your alignment has shifted.
I didn't do that.
He's so nervous right now. He just
You
wants
only-
you to leave.
you
That's
only-
all he wants.
You only have one dagger.
So
if you need a
badly
new
does
dagger,
he want you to leave.
just so you know, you lost a dagger. So this man, if he has a dagger,
I thank the fine tender for his services and leave.
like just flop sweat as you leave out. He's like, he looks at this bracelet and then panics again, and like runs into the back and like jams it underneath a pillow or something to hide it, right? And you kind of stroll out, just like counting your coins. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
That's
All right.
great. Oh,
All right.
wait, I was supposed to find Rina.
All right, so you go running off for that. Perfect. Hold there for 1 second. You and Para have been walking towards, like, up and out of the village and towards, like where this long hill kind of folds over, and he says, like, just over the back of this hill. That's where his farm is. And Para's, like, beginning to walk slower and beginning to drag his feet a bit and kind of look around and kind of like, he does this nervous thing where his left arm goes fully straight and he starts to rub the back of his elbow. He's just kind of looking around, and at some point just kind of leans in.
Babe, let's go burn the forest and kill every last screaming elf.
So that's how that happens.
That'll cheer you right up.
Let's murder the innocent.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I really enjoyed being good, but I just keep thinking, like, what if we did just kill everyone?
You know what, babe? I agree.
Yeah.
Let's be evil.
I mean, we are gods.
I know. So, like, what is good? What is evil? Morality? I get to decide that, right?
Oh, I know who knows. Haldir know who's evil. Let's go talk to Haldir.
Okay, let's play for real. Sorry, I had to do it. I was so mad at all the fucking elves. I kind of, caress his back, say, "Are you all right? Is this going to be okay?"
Yeah, and he leans in and he puts his head on your shoulder. It's like, it's going to have to be. I have to do this. They need to know. They need to know what happened.
I'm kind of nervous myself. I mean, I can't imagine what you're going through. They don't even know if you're alive. Well, I guess they must. You sent a letter. Franny sent it.
I think so. She said she sent it. I believe her. I don't know why she wouldn't.
Well, wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. Well, look, this isn't where I want to be. And it wasn't what I want to be happening, but I was going to be here. I'm glad I'm with you.
Okay. I was going to say, if you wanted to do this by yourself, I would understand.
No, I definitely don't. I really don't. I absolutely 100% do not want to do this by myself. And like both arms now around you. Like, no.
Okay, well, I'm here for you, and I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Okay. And he nods and looks a little bit more up. You know.
Tell me about your family. Tell me about your sisters, your mom and dad.
Oh, well, and he goes into like a huge amount of detail about how, they,
I'm listening,
babe,
babe.
that's
I'm
great.
listening.
Yeah, that's great.
they share all
Yeah,
these
they like to
responsibilities
farm hogs and shit.
Yeah, and
they
then on
work like a
Christmas,
family, and it's like, and maybe we had 3 pigs, but I knew we had 6, and my sister found the 6th one, and and it's like a 10-minute story as we're going up this hill.
But actually, in Xion's head, he's actually fascinated by it, and is, his heart is warmed, but also is forlorn about it because it's a family that he never had.
Yeah.
For Xion, he never had a normal upbringing. He had so many expectations on him. It wasn't about finding a pig. It wasn't about, loving brothers, and his brothers, are now chasing him to try to kill him.
Right. They would. Yeah. It was never really loving, and now it's definitely not.
I had a mother who cared for me, but and a brother that would tolerate me. But beyond that, I never had that.
Yeah. Well, he is telling you all about it.
In too much detail.
Yeah, in so much detail. And then like when he gets into like the pig part, like when they're slaughtering the pigs, like there's a lot of detail, like a surprising amount of detail. He knows a lot about drawing and quartering a pig. And he's like, and then you hang him from the rafters, and as you come around this hill, you see the farm, and it's beautiful. It's not a huge farm, but it's big enough, and they have some land, and they're right up against this grove of woods, and everything about it is kind of idyllic. And for the first time, maybe you kind of get where he's coming from, and it probably was a pretty great life. And there's the farmhouse, and he gets a little nervous again and stops. start walking down towards the house. And Para is hesitant, but it's not the same hesitant. And he's looking around and he's like,
What's wrong, babe?
Xion, something's not right. Those doors are never open. And then he's like starts walking a little faster and then eventually is breaking out into a run.
Okay, I chase after him.
All right, you guys get to the front door. He flings it open, and it's just empty. Furniture's gone. Windows are open and hanging there. All of these shutters are not strapped down. There's no animals. There's nothing. There's no wagons. The farm is empty.
All right, investigation. 22.
It's hard to see. You're opening windows. You're looking around. Para has a little ball, basically a torchlight ball in his hand to give some light off. And eventually you can see into the back more, and there's a table. The only furniture that seems to be left of the house is a single table and some benches around it. And it looks like a family of 4 seated around the table, not moving.
Do you know these people?
Mom? And as he's walking forward, he keeps saying, Mom. You notice that there's a cracking and creaking and a crunching and a wet snapping of bone, and all 4 figures seem to be rising up.
Be careful, Para. It's not what it seems. Stop.
I'd like you to roll initiative.
Followed you from the swamp. I know what that thing is.
All right, as a bonus action, I am going to first perceive. What do I see? Like, how many of you said 4?
Yeah.
And are they, human-sized? What are these things? There's bone falling out of their faces. Like, what do they look like?
So your Xion armor flares up, right? And it fills the room in this pink glow, and you see 4 roughly humanoid figures that are now moving up from these seated positions they were in and kind of melding back into each other over the table and coming towards you. I would like you to roll intelligence.
17.
That flesh looks familiar. The way it moves, the way it shifts, the way it folds over, holes and openings looks very familiar.
Like the rock zombies, or no?
This one's too cold.
Okay.
This one's too warm. This one's just right.
Was it that multi-tentacled thing with the body puppets? I don't remember this at all.
Yeah, neither do I. You got to give us a little more.
Just like the flesh from Goldilocks' grabby hands.
Oh, it's Goldilocks.
I'm instantly triggered from wherever I am.
All of our hate sense activates.
And as these forces creep, kind of like rise up to like 10 feet, and there's mouths inside their chests now, and it sounds like Goldilocks' grabby hands. What was his real name?
We
Cyril?
don't know Cyril, but we don't
know his real name.
You don't know his real his real name. The God of Order.
Goldilocks
God of
grabby
Order.
hands.
Yeah.
He's always just that guy.
Yeah.
All right, it's my turn.
Yep.
So
Weirdo, man.
I'm trying to think, should we just run for our lives or face it? We're 2 very powerful godlings, though. And he probably also has
hubris.
Well, you are standing there ready to fight. Your boyfriend is on his ass with his jaw dropped open in horror, trying to understand what he's seeing.
In that case,
So you have one capable being. It's you.
How many actions can you take with your telekinesis? Just one?
I mean, I could split my action, but I don't want to do that.
Drop the house on him.
Yeah, like in The Wizard of Oz.
I'm going to use force levitation and levitate Para backwards.
Oh, easily. Just boom. Yeah, totally. And like out the door.
Out the door.
Sure. Xion!
I don't even know if he would say that. I think he's just probably just
get it together, babe.
Hasn't this happened a few times? Like, I feel like he's just used to it
He's
now.
just like, me have a family?
And then use my action to run.
Okay.
Follow him.
All right. Excellent. So you're just like running as you're throwing him out, and this thing is now, you can see it growing behind you, hitting parts of the roof, being cracking and like pushing out against the walls as it comes barreling towards you. Para gets to his feet as you are coming out and sees you running out, and like his eyes flare over, and like there's tears in his eyes and there's anger in his eyes, but he's not going to let you get hurt. And both hands go up and fire just engulfs the front of the house, and it's already burning, but it's not stopping the creature. So he's backing up as he's doing it. Two flesh columns burst out of the ceiling and like fold over into knuckles, and you can just hear the bone cracking and redistributing as it does, and two hands slam down within about 5 feet of you two and just claw at the ground as they hold down, and the whole creature begins to come outside. The front of the building falls forward, burning and crashing, and the whole thing is now coming down.
This is a very Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I was like, this is very
Incredibly
Attack on Titan.
right
And then
now.
I just don't ever want to hear the word flesh column ever again. Like that just sounds so wrong.
Throbbing flesh column.
So I'm going to levitate with Para 30 feet in the air.
Oh yeah, easily. So are you just going up or?
Just up.
Okay, so you go 30 feet in the air. You can see a hand forming towards you. And Para is able to like fire flame out enough to like keep the hand at bay. Do you want to continue to float upwards or out or do anything? What are you
We're
doing?
floating up and out.
Okay, so you're trying to get away at this.
Yeah.
At that spot. Okay, so you are beginning to fly away, and you can hear like a thump, thump, thump as this creature is following you. Where are you headed?
We are headed away from population.
That's going to be harder. If you go
Why?
further where you're going, you're going to hit the main road where all the traffic's coming in and out. If you go this way, you're going to head back towards the main part of town.
Neither of which do I want to do.
No, both are bad options. You could try going into the woods.
That sounds like lots of fun. Actually, we're going above the woods, Aram. So
Right.
how big are these trees? I mean, are they... Because I'm already 30 feet up.
Yeah,
I'm going to be
and-
like 60 feet up in
And
the next round.
Pear is able to, by the way, like break separately now and fly
Yeah,
himself.
he can fly himself.
Right, he's got his like
I was just
little
getting
fire
us out
things.
really
Yeah,
fast.
perfect. All right, so you two are now going towards the woods, and you're flying now. I need a perception roll from you.
Woo, from me.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. 11.
Okay.
You
I need
can roll
perception?
twice if you want to.
It's true. True.
Also from you two and you.
There you go. There you go.
29.
Nice.
I see everything now.
14.
23.
The two of you, in exceptional detail, see that Para is there, that Xion is there, that both of them are using their powers, that there's trouble, that there's some kind of creature chasing them, and they're headed towards the woods.
So are we just are we just like on a road and we're like looking, we see this? Or like,
They were walking back towards, so like there's a bit of an opening. They're on this they're on this hill, and then
Yeah.
just towards the back of it. So as they came over the crest of the hill, they were pretty
You
prominent.
can just see like the fire puffs going.
yep.
Yeah, exactly.
A little
And
dot
the
like
body
flying
just
in
going,
the air.
meow, and then like this Titan crawling thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he crawling on like all fours, or is he standing and walking?
For
All sevens.
Yeah,
but
like in one instance he's on all fours,
Yeah.
in the next instance he's running with two long arms, and then he's on like centipede arms, or like then it's like his arm breaks down into multiple arms. Like it's constantly changing as the thing is running, and calling it he is not right. You know? Yeah.
I'm going back to my original
which is.
nasty. So
All right. So are you? I assume you guys are
Very
heading.
Akira now.
It's very Akira now. Yeah, totally.
How many
Akira.
of these are we going to run
Yeah,
through
how are we
on
gonna-
this
how
one
many
fight?
animes are we gonna
Don't know.
reference?
We're gonna find out.
okay, so we all saw it.
Yes.
Okay, I was like just making sure. We're like,
Yeah,
we don't
no,
need to.
Automil nods. Automil saw that as well.
It can never just be a place for us. Just like
There's a place for
Automil's
us.
already got two arrows knocked and kind of leans in. There is no place for us until this is done. Let's go. big, huge, giant, terrifying flesh monster just burst out of this house.
Various flesh columns.
Various smelly flesh columns.
Musky.
Musky.
Oh god, and they're sweating.
Yeah. Just undulating, musky, sweaty
Sort
flesh
of like
columns.
a rotten brie.
Wrapped around bone.
Oh.
All right. So you and Para are flying away from this. Para fully engulfed in flame almost, and you with all your force magic, right? And you two are flying away. You three, in various forms, saw this in the air. Two of you saw this incredibly clearly. You more of like a pink blob and a fire blur, but you saw it, right?
Some glasses, sure.
Yeah. Autumn saw it pretty clearly as well.
I hope so.
The others?
Yes.
All
But-
right.
I don't know what's happening.
Let's find out.
So how far ahead of us? Like what's the distance? What
If we were doing it in rounds, like let's say that like if you were to run, you guys are like half a minute away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got 35 speed compared to the rest of you, so I'm going.
Dorro, you don't have to
Well,
run.
I can see it.
Wait,
Yeah.
I just hold on to you. I just
I'm
hold
not
on to
with
you.
you.
yeah,
you're not?
No.
sadly
I
not.
thought you met
I'm
up.
by myself. I was
we're
gonna
all
go
in different
find
areas.
you.
Oh, okay, so we're all in different areas, but we all saw it.
You and Haldir
Okay.
and Autumn are together. Dorro's on his own, and then Xion and Para are the ones making the scene.
Some part of me wants to like teleport on top of the thing, but at the same time, I've like seen Akira a bunch of
You're gonna
times.
get absorbed.
Would you? I mean, like, if Dorro got a clear look at a giant flesh monster, would
giant
he want
thing?
to? Well, you know what?
I would write it.
Let's see. How well did you roll perception, though? Exceptionally well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what it is. You can see what it is.
I can tell it's him.
You can tell
We
it's.
saw.
You can tell it's that it's flesh merging together and
Which you
coming
saw.
apart.
Not
And
Cyril. Then.
But you
No,
saw that
not
happen.
him
Remember he did the
particular.
whole thing to you?
yeah,
Took your eyesight and stuff?
took your eyes away.
No. I know about Cyril.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I tell this flesh thing is Cyril?
I think you
You
infer.
can tell this flesh thing is similar to what you saw
Him do
Goldilocks
to people.
Grave Hands do. Yeah, totally. Also to himself, when the arrow hit his foot, he just merged around it and it didn't bother him. Yeah.
Right. So I definitely saw fire,
Yes.
Para.
Yes.
Did I see pink?
We saw
Yeah.
Shh.
Yeah, pink, sparkly force type
Shimmers?
shit. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So that's Xion.
They're both floating side by side next to each other. It's clearly them.
I would have found them, but I didn't.
So here's the thing. I'm
maybe
thinking
they'll see
Rina would like know that you can teleport. So I think she's gonna try to get your attention. So she's gonna take one of her arrows and just like light up so you know where we are, so you can like come get us.
And then should I roll? Do I see the arrow?
I hope so. It's bright and I'm
I mean,
shooting like
she rolls a signal arrow, and you've seen these. These are loud and bright. I can't see how you would miss it, especially when you're alert and looking.
Pew.
And I know what signal arrows are.
Yes.
I've used it before.
This is
And you
not
guys
like
have actually
a-
discussed this. so
Remember
yeah.
when we were in the Ironwoods, like way back in the first season?
Way back.
No. Okay.
What are the Ironwoods again?
Part of me asking is literally because I don't remember.
You guys were back in the Ironwood. Cebu was chasing you with some other with some other of the wood elves, and Autumn sat there and explained to you that these arrows they were firing up with the different colors and signals meant different things, and walked you through what they all meant.
Oh, was that back when we went in that temple with the zombies and
Yeah.
stuff? Okay.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
I have each of our colors mean
My
things.
necrotic brain is
Right.
coming to life.
Yeah.
Um,
Back when you were 19 when we first met you.
then I'm going to try to teleport as low as... Yes, yeah. I want to teleport as close as possible to the origin of that arrow. Once I appear there, I see Lord Haldir.
I love how he's like that kid. We have to say his full name,
Lord-
like Lord Haldir
Lord-
Loran.
Lord-
Every time
Lord
we see him,
Haldir
he's that
Loran.
kid you grew up in school and you always
That's how
said
you
the full
learned
name.
it.
Yeah,
That's how you learned it. Lord
I will
Haldir
occasionally
Loran.
refer to him as Haldir, but yeah, it's Lord Haldir
I'm the only one
Loran.
that's just like Haldir.
So Haldir and Rina and
and
Autumn.
Autumn.
And Autumn, which
Yeah.
I didn't know was
You
there.
didn't know.
No, and
Who's
Autumn's
Emil?
got like 2 arrows ready and kind of looks over his bow. It's like, oh,
If
Dorro.
I get close enough to touch all three of them in some kind of way, probably using my foot on Automil or him or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how that would work.
Oh, that would be real happy. A dirty bear halfling, halfling.
Yeah, I don't wear shoes, by the way.
Everything about your day has gone badly.
I mean, like, Rina's probably
Could
in
I
combat
touch all
mode.
three of them and then just put us there?
I mean, Rina's gonna just touch you because she knows, so she's just gonna be like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, totally. I mean, you have to roll for this one, but yeah, absolutely.
do you want me to help?
Unless you all want a bridge.
As I say, do you want to help?
No one ever
Can I
wants
just
the
give him
bridge.
advantage, though? Like, by helping him, like, assisting him, I can give it advantage?
You can, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and not roll a 1, though.
Well, you get to roll twice, because you get advantage because I'm helping.
That's a 20.
No need.
Oh, all right. Stop. Okay. This little halfling, which you know is Dorro, just like pops up. Automil kind of understands too, because Automil's seen this before. So Automil leans in, you put a hand in, you put a hand in. You kind of just stand there for a second, and then like this bare, dirty hobbit foot just presses against your leg, and then boom. So you guys all vanish from where you are, and you appear literally. What do you want to be?
How much of what
On top of
that shit is happening can I see? You said it was like a hill.
You see, like,
And they're,
so
like,
they
coming
came
up over the hill and coming down.
and then down. So if the back of the hill goes towards the main road, and the front of the hill at the foot of it is where the town is, they're kind of going over the side of the hill
the foot of the
towards the
hill.
forest.
Towards the forest.
Yes.
Can I see the edge of the forest?
Yes, absolutely.
Can I put us there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That would put you about
Yeah, that's what
100 feet in front of the creature.
Remind me, like, what was most effective against him the last time, like, we saw him? Because, like, wasn't it, like, my arrows didn't do well? Or,
Yeah,
like,
anything physical bursting, like an arrow shot into him, the flesh just formed around it. And anything, any
It still
physical
takes damage?
attack, you weren't aware of it
Okay.
taking any damage. You don't know.
Okay.
Any physical attacks seem to be, at least small puncture attacks like that, seem to be ineffective.
Can somebody tell me that?
Is there like a
Yeah, someone say that out loud.
is there like a direction this thing is moving in?
Para and Xion have basically soared over you two and are continuing
They're kind of,
over
like,
the woods.
flying backwards
Yeah.
over the woods.
And this
then
thing
the
is coming
beast
towards
thing
the
is-
woods.
Okay.
And so y'all just appeared right here.
In the woods.
on the edge.
On the edge
Or
of
at
the
the
woods.
edge of the woods.
But we can see, but, like, on the edge.
Are they close enough to hear us, like, if we yell?
Yeah, totally.
What's that thing?
Run! Get this away from the city! It's Grabby Hands!
Automil like looks at you, like, do you know who Grabby Hands is?
No.
Rina gives like a recap. She just is like ding 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 like this is, like he does this, physical attack's no good, da 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 da.
God of Order,
God of Order, magic awesome. He has these weird things that can give him. He's the one that can get power from things, right?
Which one? I'm sorry.
He's like we've seen him like take power from other people, right?
Yes, but
Okay.
that was done
was, like, the priests and
through
stuff?
his. Well, he has one of the fists of Barros, and was using that to take power from other gods, but through those gems, right? Like he was trying to collect all the gems to have all the
Kinda
power.
Thanos, this kind of thing.
He was trying to Thanos
Right.
it. Absolutely.
Trying to Thanos
Yep.
the bitch.
Like all the pop color reference.
Yep.
But it,
So this is all like forest.
And again,
All
you know
forest.
what? We did that
That's before the Avengers.
The Avengers.
Well, to be
They
fair,
stole that shit.
Wait. Now, to be fair, the
Oh, was it in
Infinity
the comic
Gauntlet
books or
existed
something?
a long time before I did.
Right.
That was like a late '80s shit. I remember
so
that.
was in the comics and stuff.
Yeah, and I read that heavily,
Oh,
so
well, never
that
mind. I didn't,
definitely
well, I didn't see
influenced
that
me.
movie until
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Never mind.
But
Cut that
fuck
out.
you, James Gunn. There's a couple rounds before it makes it to the woods. Automil has run up this tree, like you turned around, then Automil was up 50 feet up the tree with 2 arrows out, waiting for what he should do.
I know about Krabby Hands' physical immunity. When we attacked him, it was like me and Torrvic.
Totally.
It was me, you. I don't know if Torrvic was there. Me, you, and Cyrena showed up. That was when she like got the tabard and stuff. Like I think. 'cause
And
that
you
was-
had shot him with arrows, but
I
then he
had
just
shot. Well, I was
absorbed it.
also Tiago was there,
Yep.
and we all know my. So I was very Tiago focused.
Oh my god! Okay, I know what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Okay.
I know what I'm doing.
All right. All right. So, like, I would say there's a round before this thing gets there. So,
So we
what do you
kind of
want-
get like a surprise round on him.
Yeah,
you
so
might say.
What do you want to do? Well, what preparations do you
Okay.
want to take before this lumbering flesh column gets there?
Okay.
I want to lower myself to the ground
Okay.
to where the rest of my party is.
Oh man.
I'm gonna spend my action waiting for Tiago Reese to appear. The instant I see him, I'm going to point and yell, Tiago Reese!
I summon my lions.
You just toss them out.
Oh,
and-
yeah.
Yeah. And Audio just kind of glances down, nods, and goes back to pointing his arrows.
I think I'll probably, if
No grudging respect.
Armiel and
Refuse.
I can like be on trees, opposite side trees, so they're shooting from both sides.
They would like to flank the
I would like to
creature.
flank the
Done.
creature.
Automil moves to accommodate. And in fact, like as soon as you start climbing, he gets what you're doing. You guys
Yeah.
have worked together for
Right.
so long.
This
so
is
we
gonna be
go-
great.
Yeah.
We have
Yep.
camaraderie now.
Yep. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah.
Well, good, because we need somebody on that.
Yeah, no shit.
So I have a question for
Sure,
you.
of course.
So according to the God's Divinity, I am proficient in all melee and ranged weapons.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then my pact weapon allows me to summon any weapon I'm proficient in.
Yes.
Does that include like a scorpion or a catapult or something massive that I can sit on and shoot huge bolts from?
A ballista.
Like a ballista?
You are
It
the
says
god
all weapons.
of war.
That's right. He's the god of war now,
And
which changes like everything.
I mean, I would. This is what I would say.
Ballista is
I
a
would
weapon.
say is that like small things that are readily available, easy anytime. Something like a catapult or something, you would need a source material nearby, but you're in the woods, so absolutely, I think you can do this.
Yeah, okay. I want to I think it's called a ballista or like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you I mean you
It's
saw
like a huge crossbow.
Yeah. Like
With
the
the
most recent
bolts
season
longer than
of
people.
the last season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
As disappointing as it was,
They did at least have the thing.
the
One can
yeah,
destroy everything.
like the scorpions
but
or whatever
2,000
they are.
can't destroy
The
anything.
ballista.
Yeah.
So I'd like to, I guess, use the wood around me to create
100%.
to summon this ballista. So I want to sit in the back
Yeah.
and just be able to load my magic huge fucking bolts into it.
A ballista is a massive crossbow that fires heavy bolts. It is +6 to hit, has a range of 120/480 feet, and does 3d10 damage when it strikes.
Okay, first to act, Automil.
All right, so Automil is up at the top of the trees on the right-hand side. Automil is the god of speed, by the way. So that's, yeah. He pulls back 2 arrows, fires, immediately pulls back 2 more and fires. A little wild with the first one. The creature, the flesh opens up and then closes. Again, the arrows just pass straight through it, but 2 more strike it next to it. But they strike, and then the flesh moves, and then they just kind of slough off and fall out as if there was no damage done at all.
Okay, my turn. So Xion, now on the ground, focuses his energy and his divinity, and he force crushes one of the flesh columns.
Okay.
He wants to separate it from the rest of the flesh and force crush it like a diamond.
All right. Okay. I would like
Nasty.
you to roll. I mean, you can connect to it pretty easily with divinity. I'm going to need you to basically roll a opposed strength check to fight it. So roll yours with your divinity. Roll that with your strength, quote unquote, and I'll have it roll its strength.
15.
I got a 16.
I battle with it.
Yeah, so there's tendons popping and there's flesh popping and there's blood just seeping out of it as if you're squeezing a sponge, and you hear like a few hairline cracks in that bone, but it doesn't shatter.
Gross.
Very well. It would be Grabby Hand's turn, but he's running towards us.
Yep.
Or whatever the creature is, but
Yep.
a creature of Grabby Hands. All right, Dorro.
Here's the main road, and this is the village. Is there like ocean over there, mountains, or?
Well, eventually you could go back to the moon coast, but it's about half a day's travel. So
What's off this way? Just more woods?
It there's woods, and that kind of opens up into field, and there's the core of Wessel's basically just a ton of field.
It's just plains.
Yeah, you basically
And
are in the
farms
bread.
and stuff like
yeah,
that.
you're in the bread basket, so it's
But it's like charging at us anyway.
yeah.
I reach into my robe of many things. No,
Fucking Xion still has a wand of wonder that he's never used.
Saving it for a rainy
I
day.
think the fans always joke that like, when is he ever going to use his actual magic? Like that's always the joke.
Right,
I
it's
always
real
see
magic,
that.
yeah.
Everyone's like, Xion, divinity, Xion, magic, 0.
Why use magic when you're divine?
Like
exactly.
literally
It's
like
true.
someone was like, I think you used a spell once upon a time, and everyone was like, hold up,
Yeah.
what?
Why use parlor tricks when I am a god?
Okay, so I'm not going to do anything too important, but I will yell out to the rest of the group, we need to lead it away! Like that, and I'm just going to continue waiting for Tiago Reese to show up.
Yep. All right, excellent.
All right, next to act is Haldir.
I'm going to shoot it with a ballista. I want to know exactly what this thing is doing. So it's got these flesh columns that are shooting out of it. How many of those?
So imagine like if it's like, have you ever seen a cricket spider?
Yeah, hate them.
So imagine a cricket spider if it was giant and made out of flesh columns where
Cool.
it's like,
All right.
bent over knees.
Does it have a
Cool.
face?
I'll think about that as I go to sleep tonight.
Does it have a face?
Yeah, does the flesh column have a face?
Yeah, it does. It's not the same face. In fact, as you look at it, like it's one face and it's another face, and it keeps like molding over, like a mouth will open and swallow the face, and another face will
So that's,
emerge
like,
out from it.
On its body.
Yeah,
Just
like
on the
in
weird circular
head-ish
part
area,
of where
but
the flesh
sometimes
columns
it's like,
originate.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like on its thigh, and it just keeps moving around.
Oh, that's horrendous. All right, I guess I'm just going to shoot into the middle of it because I don't know how. I guess I don't want to risk missing for the flesh column. So
Sure.
I just see if this actually does any damage and shoot into the middle of this massive flesh beast.
Describe how you assemble, climb up into, and fire this ballista.
Using my packed weapon combined with my God of War powers, I am able to create from the resources around me this massive crossbow. That as I stand, the trees around me kind of collapse almost into the ground, and so the things and the rocks and even like the part of the hill itself kind of forms underneath of me, and then
Almost like a
forms
rampart.
up around me. Yeah, into this like ballista. So I don't climb into it. It's a seat comes out underneath
you just
me
kind of are
and lifts me up
Right.
into it.
I don't climb, I'm lifted.
That's right. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Just like anything else.
Outstanding. All right, so let's like throw an arm forward and launch a ballista.
Yeah.
Roll to hit. Die 20 plus 6.
10.
Oh, I'm sorry, plus 7 because it's a magical weapon. So it'd be 11. It's only a 10 to hit. It's a big
Yeah, I was
pile
gonna
of
say,
flesh.
it's a big
Right.
mound. Like,
Yeah. So this giant arrow slams into the center of this thing and buries itself pretty deep, like about halfway in. And the flesh kind of rolls over and blood explodes out of it. And then like you can see it just kind of, the flesh begins to turn in a circle, right? And tighten, and the bolt turns and then splinters and snaps at the base. And the rest of it is just kind of spat out through the hole, which then opens back up and it's undamaged.
We don't have any like grenades or like
I don't even
anything
think
that I
that
can
would
put on the
work.
tip of an arrow that explodes.
Next to act is Rina.
okay.
I cast grenade.
I cast grenade.
Do you still have that ball?
Oh my fucking god, the ball.
Oh! You should throw it.
I forgot about the ball. Right, sorry,
yeah,
what are you doing?
no, you're good. I was trying to think anyways.
That
So
might work.
I'm knowing that these like arrows aren't working. Or at least they appear like they're not working. So I'm gonna try. Can I try and like imbue an arrow with just like bad luck to just like shoot him with bad luck?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay. I can do that twice. So if it fails the first time, we can try again.
All right, so how are you imbuing an arrow with bad luck?
That's what I'm trying to think. I was thinking it would probably come like it would be like one of those things where I pull it out from the quiver. Like it's just one of those things where it's like as she pulls it up, she like pulls like bow is like hanging and then she just like pulls it across, and as she pulls across, like it's just like a sheen. Like
So you go to pull this one arrow out from your quiver and you're
Right.
thinking about bad luck, and as you do and pull it out, you nick your finger. Right?
Yeah.
And you've got it halfway out and you're like, oh. And then you
it's working. Iconic. But so then I'm gonna pull a force and then obviously notch it, and we're gonna try and see if this
roll
works.
to hit.
Here we go. Ooh, okay. I love it.
I think you're gonna still hit.
10.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it like it just catches like a left arm flap, barely. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
you're not sure what you're fighting. Actually shooting for because it's all kind of folding in on each other.
Right.
But you strike it, and some divine energy has been passed because you can sense that.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure what's happened, but you think it works.
That's naturally just how my power works. Is I just go, I think.
right. Exactly. Yeah.
And then I have another attack, so I think I'm just gonna try and do that again. To be honest,
Okay.
Just kind of up the bad luck. Hopefully, is what I'm trying to do here. All right, that's definitely gonna hit. That's
Okay.
like a 21 or something.
You strike more solidly. The same energy is passed over. You feel this time the creature resisted a bit, so fought back. So the energy was pushed back, but it wasn't the first time.
Okay.
So something definitely hooked on the first time.
All right. And that's what we're going with for now.
That means that I have to roll with disadvantage my next round. You jerk.
All right, were you finished?
I was good.
Okay, next
Stay
to
in my
act
tree.
next to act is Para.
Okay.
Kill it with fire.
Okay.
Scorched earth, please.
Yes.
Scorch it.
Para sees the thing coming and wants to slow it down. And Para begins to create a wall of fire. So just this like horseshoe of fire that's opening towards where the creature is coming in to kind of welcome it in and contain it. And is building that wall and maintaining that wall.
All right, next to act at top of the round is Aramil.
Okay, Automil drops down next to you. So it drops into your little machine with you. And it's like, my orders were not helpful. How was this?
Not helpful.
We must do more. And he begins digging through his bag. And he pulls out a bunch of like little packs that look like smoke sticks. And he kind of like starts breaking them open. And he's kind of like got like a little bit of a tarp here, and he's breaking them open one by one and then retying into one large pouch. And he goes over, and he's moving incredibly fast, by the way, like he's moving at super speed. And he goes to tie this onto the end of your arrow. He's got one little wick going out, and he's got it there, and he's got a little flint and steel, and he's like, "When you're ready, give me a warning." You wanted a grenade. He's making you a grenade.
Yeah, right.
Sounds-
Basically.
That looks awesome. Okay, yeah, I don't say anything because I'm like, just kind of nod. Yeah, just nod.
Next to act is me. So, gosh, I have two options that I'm thinking of. You gave me that great idea, but I didn't think of it though. So, wah, wah. And also, even if I had thought of it though, I remember using that ball and it worked on like a human-sized thing. So we might take a chunk out of him, but it wouldn't like.
Oh, you think it wouldn't expand to the full size of the creature?
I mean, I have no way of knowing.
Which is like, yeah. Because I have like an entangle arrow, but I don't think it'll like
Entangle everything.
entangle everything because he's so big.
Right. So what I'm going to do instead.
Give up and cry. I quit.
That's a really good tactic, actually. Just give up and cry. I like it.
Time out! Time out!
I wish. Unfortunately, Cone of Cold is a 5th level spell instead of a 4th level spell.
Oh,
I would like to like freeze a little bit of it off, just like a little cancer,
worthless
you know?
fucking magic.
Can I ask a general question?
Sure.
Where is Cyrena and Jazz Omelet?
They went off.
They went
We'll
back to
be
the
there in
inn.
a few
They're back at
hours.
the inn.
They might
or
show
something.
up.
Or
I mean,
but they're
this
not
is a
over
giant
here.
blob.
Okay, I just want to
You
make
know?
sure that they weren't like in combat doing the NPC thing where they
Sure.
just hide behind trees,
Right.
And then suddenly shit goes down, and they're like, "Oh, here we are.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
we'll
not
save
yet.
you now."
Not yet. It'd be nice if they were here right
Yeah,
now,
Superman
but no.
would be great right now. Yeah.
But then again, she might just get herself killed because she throws herself into every situation.
You know, I doubt it.
Yeah.
I doubt it for some reason.
Yeah, she's tough.
Something about the word Deus Ex Machina.
Well,
Locked
those
armor, maybe?
she can also cast lightning bolts now, so that's helpful.
Well, I was thinking of using a spell, but actually this one doesn't look like it would be very helpful. So
Is it?
This
aid-
is why he doesn't cast spells.
Is the spell aid flesh monster?
no,
'Cause don't
it was
cast that.
compulsion, and I could get it to like run in a certain direction.
Oh,
But I kind of want it to run into that fire, so I don't
Right.
really want to change
Change
its direction.
direction, yeah.
yeah.
So instead, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
As you're getting ready, as you're looking and trying to figure out what to do, the fire that Para has created has scared a pig. And it has like run backwards, and it ran right into the path of the creature.
Let it
a
die.
flesh column slammed down on the pig, crushing it against the ground, and then began to envelop the flesh. And you saw like a snout move up the arm and a tail move up the back, and it just absorbed.
There's no
it.
way I could have saved that pig, is there?
No. Fuck. No, that pig's. I mean, you could try.
I mean, I did have a surprise round.
You could try. Do you want to save the pig?
Don't say
You want to save the pig?
What's the thing where you use it and then you get like 2 dice advantage? How do you
Yes.
give yourself advantage?
You can't just
Usually
give yourself
people have to
advantage.
give it to
Do
you,
you have
or
like
like
a point or something?
God you have
power.
You have
yeah,
or some
inspiration
shit.
If you had inspiration.
if you had it.
I don't know how many I had.
I have
Thing's
one.
blank.
You know,
So I
it's
guess
either,
none?
Yeah, it's a binary thing.
How
It's
do you
either
get
1
it?
or 0. I tell
get
you
it-
where you
you
No,
get
give
no,
it
it.
to
it's not
us.
just
Yeah.
1 or 0. For gods, it can stack. That's what you
Right, correct. For gods, it can stack. That's
Yeah.
true.
You do it by being like
Fine,
super
the pig
you.
dies. Fine. Just cut that out.
Be
But I
better,
didn't try.
Dorro. Yeah, fair enough.
You being like,
That's
I care about the
going
pig. Like, I don't care about the pig. I care about the pig.
Okay. Well, you know what? Fine. I'm going to fire a force bolt into it.
All right.
You know, and just see if I can
blunt.
splatter some of the flesh. You know,
Splatter some of the flesh. All right.
splatter some flesh.
Yeah.
Better.
Cast splatter flesh. You strike this thing with a bolt of force that comes exploding out of you. How much damage does that bolt of force do?
16, 18, and 21.
All right. So a bolt of this pink, crackling, divine astral energy comes exploding out of Xion. Strikes this creature in the chest. Part of it, like, kind of billows back. You see the back kind of bulge, not fully blow out, but bulge and crackle, and you can see energy just underneath the flesh, and then it just kind of like falls back down like a giant pimple that's been deflated.
Die, abomination! Die! All right. Next to act is grabby hands.
The creature crushed this innocent pig that Dorro did nothing to save, and then comes charging into the center area. The first thing it would see would be a giant trebuchet, not trebuchet.
Well, it has to get through the fire. But yeah.
That's true. It doesn't get through the fire. So I would say that no, it's going to charge right through it. It's going to try any. It's going to try anyway.
Said, I don't give up.
Yeah. Okay. So it takes damage from the fire. It charges through it. Like you hear cracking and popping, blistering and searing of flesh. It smells an awful lot now, and it charges through the flesh and takes
We've gone from pig smell to flesh.
13,
Burn hair.
Burn hair.
17, 20, 23 points of damage as it comes through the wall. And it goes crashing through and takes the damage and then swings at your ship, which isn't not ship, but your
Ballista.
creation, which shouldn't be hard to hit, frankly. Oh, well, no, because
Well, if it's not-
it's +6, so 15's definitely going to hit.
Boo.
It smashes down on the front of it.
But it has the bomb on it.
That's true. It
just
does.
whooshed the bomb.
So you see
I'm
this.
assuming Armiel was just like, flick.
Yeah,
as soon as
just-
it like,
It
started
just
going
depends
down.
on how fast Automeal can light that fuse. He is the god of
Speed.
Okay, so this giant flesh foot, right, is coming down towards you. And I don't know what other kind of foot that would be, but this giant, like,
Bone? I don't
Flesh
know.
is it good, yeah. The
Rippling, gross flesh.
this giant ivory foot comes down towards you. Automeal flicks the flint he had held, kind of like goes and lands and just lights perfectly, turns, runs, grabs you by the shoulder, and leaps off this thing with you and into the woods. And this thing just smashes down on it, and there's a giant explosion. Thank you for joining us for Godsfall episode 90. You can't go home again. For early access to future episodes, maps, original art, mini adventures, and the chance to play a game DM'd by me, head on over to patreon.com/Vartian. We'll see you next time in the world of the Five Kingdoms.